Hello everyone, welcome to Sunburned. Albino plays Spyro Reignited Trilogy, episode Year of the Dragon. That's what we're on right now. 120% at Spyro the Dragon, 100% at Spyro Ripto's Rage, timed 117%, or 7%, whatever it is. Year of the Dragon, yeah. Okay, 2/3 of the way through everything. Gonna get all those eggs. Gonna get all those gems. Gonna do all those challenges. It's gonna be good. Stick around. And now let's watch all the cutscenes without saying anything. Anytime that wants to load, okay. Do dragons sleep during the day? You would think they would wait till night and not, like... It's gotta be at least 7 in the morning right now. Like, this is dawn, but it's a little bit past dawn. Or else it's 5 p.m. and dragons just go to bed hella early. Stop that woman that I'm pointing directly at, who is 2 feet away from my finger. You guys handle it. I'm just the lookout. That's so stupid. You might as well have picked her up in your hand and said, "Stop her!" and then just, like, let her go.
Managed to capture the eggs, Your Highness. Every last one.
Excellent. Maybe you will amount to something.
The sorceress looks disgusting. And her voice is worse now.
Guard the tunnels. Stop anyone from coming through.
What I liked about the sorceress's voice in the original was that it wasn't so stereotypical. You know, it was more raspy. But now it's just like, "Oh, Bianca, thank you for telling all the eggs. But also I'm a kind of a bitch person, so you are nothing to me."
We found some of the eggs, but they were too heavy to carry back.
And it's just like, oh, you're a typical queen tyrant voice.
Nobody else can fit down the hole.
Bring me the dragon eggs! You stupid girl! And it used to be like, "You stupid girl!" And it was more, you know, believable, kind of.
You got it.
Sorceress has no depth to her character at all anymore. And she's wearing lipstick for some reason. But, you know, since I've been playing Spyro 3 off camera, I'm glad to be playing it on camera now, and I'm going to stop playing it off camera because you know, now that we're finally here, I was just getting ahead of myself before. This is a lovely little pool. You know, as far as character remasters go, Bianca just... I always knew Bianca was a rabbit, but, like, at least before it was kind of like an ambiguous rabbit. Now they even gave her, like, the buck teeth, kind of. And it's just, like, you don't need to... We already knew. Like, you don't need to be so overt about it. You know, they might as well just had her hop around. Also, baby dragons, with very few exceptions, look disgusting. All of them. And that one was, like, coked out or something. Those eyes. The eyes of a crazy person.
Hi, Spyro. To look left or right, use the right stick. To quickly center the...
Yes, thank you, Zoe. Oh, yep, here she comes.
So, you're the one in charge charge of rescuing the eggs, huh? How sad.
Okay, she doesn't have buck teeth, but, like, she has an overbite. Do you see that? And, like, certain mouth movements, you can only see, like, it looks like one tooth. Makes her look dopey.
Besides, even if you could find any eggs, our expertly trained armies would hunt you down and take them back. Do I make myself clear? If I find you here again, I am going to be very angry.
I don't know. They made Bianca, like, younger. And... excuse me. She was a bit more seasoned in the original. She's, like, you know... I mean, making her, like, bumbly makes sense, because, like, she does make a lot of mistakes in this. Like, she is... Bianca's incompetence drives a lot of this story. It's true. But at least original Bianca had some dignity to her. Like, this Bianca really has no saving grace. She's just a bumbling idiot. She's what Hunter is supposed to be, but no longer is. It's like they replaced original Hunter with new Bianca, as far as personality goes.
Yo, Spyro! I just found one of those portal things that leads to a different world. You'll...
Yeah. There's only one problem with that. I ain't going yet. You know, you can go to Cloud Spires as your first world is just fine. But you can also find 400 gems. Or 300 gems. In, you know, this overworld place. And then you... because before you go to Sunny Villa, you want to free Sheila. Otherwise, you're going to waste your time. But yeah, I managed to get the platinum for Ripto's Rage. It took about as long as I said it was going to, about 5 minutes. I just had to, you know, go back to Metropolis and do the Ox again, which with the fire power, you can just stand, like, outside the ice and just shoot him several times and he'll die. And that's the challenge for you. Which was pretty nice. That felt pretty good to do. You don't even have to go on the ice at all. And, then I had to go do the friggin' bomb thing again in Scorch. Which, you know, it's not that hard. I did it first try when I, like, re-attempted it. As long as you're not trying to go too fast, and as long as you're weaving properly, and as long as you're taking, like, the elevated paths, like going up on the platforms. Like, he can't even throw bombs up there, so it's good. So yeah, it was fine. Maybe even easier than the first platinum. Oopsies. Do you guys do it this way? Do you guys do it to where, like, you clear out the home world first? Yeah, they added fat dragons for some reason. We're trying to spread a more body-positive message. You know. Infantile obesity is not something to be looked upon with scorn. It's something to be celebrated. Like, are you joking? If your baby is already morbidly obese, your kids should be taken away from you.
I see an egg at the bottom of this lake.
But yeah, so do you clear out the homeworld, or do you do all the levels first? Or, like, do the levels as you go? I'm finding that I think I like the homeworld first better. You get an establishment of gems that you can then spend on whatever you encounter. You know, like, and it makes sure that you release your character. Like, you at least have to release the hostage before you do any levels. You at least gotta do that. Hello. But yeah, I think it costs 300 to free Sheila, which we're already at. I believe there's 400 in this world, so even if it was 400, we could just clean this place out. and it would be totally fine. Remember when people said totes all the time in high school, and like no one says it anymore? I've never seen anyone say totes anymore. Totes is dead. It's gone. Does anyone you know still say it? I've never heard it in like 5 years. I just realized that I've never heard it in 5 years. Pretty interesting. What, did I miss a gem down here? I sure did. What you looking at, Sparks? Only got 10 gems left. Where are they? Fantastic job. I guess if you unlock Sheila and then you don't do her level, will she still be available in Sunny Villa? That's a question I am intrigued in the answer.
Spyro! My, how funny to see you here. Why, I haven't seen you since we defeated Ripto in Avalar. Well, my business went into a slump after you left, so I came here and struck up a nice deal with the local sorceress. Lovely woman she is. Seems to be very fond of dragons, too. I'm getting paid a fortune to keep Sheila the kangaroo locked up. This pesky animal must have been causing a lot
Damn.
of...
Is Moneybags, like, actually think that she's, like, a good guy or something?
I hope you appreciate this.
Is he being misled? Or is he just trying to justify his own flexible morality?
After all, I'm just doing my job. Yeah.
I reckon you be one of them dragons then.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they took... Sheila used to have lipstick, too. I'm glad they took it off. It doesn't fit her at all. They kept her smoky eye, though.
Dragons used to live here?
Didn't you know? They say it was over 1,000 years ago, I think.
And they just left?
Yeah, and the weird thing is, after they left, all the magic in the world just sort of went with her. I mean, they say this world used to have magic coming out of the wazoo. Flying ships, singing forests, wishing stones, you name it. But when the dragons left, it all just dried up.
Is that why some of the portals don't work?
Yeah, they're starting to fade out too, one by one. Well, I gotta get back home and do some damage control. Come visit anytime you like.
Oh, they changed the inflection of that question. Spyro was like, is that why some of the portals don't work? In the original, he's like, is that why some of the portals don't work? It's so aggressive now that I think about it. All the magic just kind of went with him. Is that why some of the portals don't work? Hey, I'm a stickler for inflections. I pay attention to them.
Spyro, now I have to find out what that nasty sorceress has done to my home while I was locked up.
Sheila looks good. I'm not gonna say she doesn't look good. She does look good. People kind of like, they made like their anorexic jokes. It so bugs me when people are like actually like, well, never mind. I'm just gonna hold that thought, I guess. Okay, it bugs me when people are like, this is actually harmful to women or something, or like the stigma against, I don't know, like the stigma against like body positivity or something. I feel like Sheila's making fat people not like themselves anymore. This needs to stop. Like, they actually think that, though. Without irony. As far as Sheila controls, she's actually slower. Like, so remember in Spyro 1, I was like, dude, it's so, like, the mechanics, the controls are so much tighter and, like, quicker and snappier. Like, you could, like, move Spyro, like, just on a swivel and, like, do stuff. You can't do that with Sheila. I mean, look at the resistance I'm getting trying to, like, be flexible with her. She is, like, just a hulking beast as far as how it feels to control her. Like, she's uncharacteristically heavy is what's really going on.
You can get up really steep.
I miss the old Billy Goat's voices too. Hiya, Sheila! Take this egg and throw it at Billy's house, would you? They're like, oh, you know, you can do this. If you jump and then you jump again, you can get up the cliff, you know.
Ah, home at last. Here, I was saving this to make.
I was saving this to make an omelet, but I think you deserve it more. No, where did your original voice go? They were much cuter in the original, I gotta say. Gotta say they were. They've lost some cuteness. They've got bigger eyes, but I don't know. Hiya, Sheila.
Last time we tried to get past this moose, he knocked Billy clean through a wall.
But you know, it's fine, it's whatever. Like, that's not really a big deal at all. It's just like it's something that elicits a sigh and nothing more. The other main problem with Sheila, if I had a problem with her, mechanically, is that when you press square, she kicks instantaneously. Kick! Kick! And, like, the hitbox is, like, frame perfect on you pressing square. Not like it was in the original. In the original, you had to, like, push your feet out, and then that's where the hitbox was. And it made more sense that way. Like, you can't just, like, instantly kick, you know? You have to give it some wind-up. And so they don't do that anymore. And it makes combat worse for her, I think, overall. Like, pretty across the board.
Hey, Sheila, let's play a joke.
Especially when it comes to those mooses, like, the only way to not get hit by a charging moose when you try to kick it is to kick before they even get there. And then your feet are just out, and you're waiting for the moose to charge into your outstretched feet, and then they die, and it's like, this doesn't feel right. So yeah, I think Sheila's worse control-wise. I think she looks better. She looks better, but she controls worse. Also, she has hair now. They made her a ginger, which fits. I don't know. What other color hair would she have? I guess. I don't think brown or blonde would work really. So red is good, or orange. You know, I mean orange is red in the hair world, I suppose. I don't know. One of the other problems is it's weird, like, just something about jumping feels a little weird too. Specifically double jumping. Since you're like hopping around, like when you're in midair and then, I don't know. Also, listen to that sound effect. Listen to the sound effect of the double jump. It's like you're bouncing off of, like, a metal trash can lid. Like, what is that? Yeah, like... Like, am I at a fucking Blue Man Group concert, or... What's going on there? Hey, Sparks, you want to do your job? Also, I got a question. Why does Sparks follow other characters around? I thought he was Spyro's homie. Does everybody have their own Sparks Dragonfly? How do you explain your loyalty, Sparks, huh? Oh, Spyro's like, hey, Sheila's my friend. You're gonna look after her, right? Yes, I'm going to do that. Yeah. Perhaps. You can see how she like kind of uses her tail to double jump, like a little bit there. Like, she's not as stiff as original Sheila was, but she's heavier. Which is a weird... It's a weird thing to trade and then, like, feel it happening. Yeah. That's like the... You know, they made this big point of all the dragons in Spyro 1 all look different now, but the dragon eggs still all look the same. Except they added a fat dragon. For whatever reason. There we get it. 100% level complete, let's go. And we got time to do another one. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. I'm just explaining the differences, though. I ain't here to complain. I will be complaining, but that's not what I'm here for. Gonna do another Sheila level in here, then we're gonna do some damn skateboarding. Oh, Christ. Okay. I was stretching. Skateboarding controls seem better. Talk about it more while I am actually doing them. These guys are lions now.
Oh my, can you help us? Hordes of ferocious rhinox have
And they're much more Italian. Or Greek. Whatever. Is it Greek? I mean, I know Greek and Italian are not the same thing. But... I always thought these guys were bears. They always looked like bears in the original. Very good.
Show those two bullies.
If they hadn't outnumbered me 2 to 1, I'd have finished them off ages ago. Oh, hello, Spyro. How are you doing today? I don't know why they didn't contact me, honestly, to voice every character in Spyro. Hello, Spyro. The Rhinox are like everywhere. Would you mind flaming their fat asses for me? Thanks. Thank you so much. I would do it myself, but I prefer not to do things when I can just let dragons do them for me, you know what I'm saying?
This Rhinox is...
Oh, he's too big to charge. Damn, my first Spyro game was Spyro 3, and I needed that information. Alright, I didn't know that was a skill point, but it is. The trees... You know, skill points don't really matter. Maybe they matter if you die a lot. But I don't think so. I think even if you die a lot, you kind of don't need to do skill points. Unless they coincide with trophies. Again, that dragon is like the same one. Just... don't go touting your variability. And then just have reskins of the same shit. You know, I feel like Spyro 3 was like Toys for Bob just didn't get to do some of what they wanted to do with it because they didn't have time. I mean, they had already delayed it. Like, the reason they delayed it was because Spyro 3 wasn't ready yet.
Alas, I have lost my love.
That's great. And, you know, upon playing some of Spyro 3, I can attest that, yeah, it probably wasn't ready yet. And it still isn't in some respects. Specifically with gem collection. I haven't, you know, on my off-camera Spyro 3 play, I encountered some glitches. One of them was, you know when Icy Peak or whatever it's called. The level where that has like the ice dancer that you protect her from the Rhinox. And it also has that supercharge area. So what happened in that supercharge area was that I would chase down the thieves, but I wouldn't catch them, but they would die anyway and give me the egg for no reason. And it did that twice. It did it with both of them. It was like as soon as they made one lap around the track, they would just off themselves and give me the egg. And I was like, I didn't deserve that. I wasn't even chasing them for one of them. I was going to get some of the extra gems that are in there, and I was just like, oh, you rescued Tanton or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't deserve that, and I don't feel good about taking it. But yeah, if you're sick of Sheila gameplay, just wait till we get to that beach place with the seals. Boy, that's gonna be fun. You know who I think is, like, demonstrably better? Like, as a character and as, like, controls? I think Sergeant Bird is a huge improvement. I think he's, like, more expressive. He's, you know, just, like, a better version of his character. And he controls so much better in his worlds. The flying is, you know, still not perfect, but it's so much better. Like, it's such a step up. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of them for that. Well done on that regard. Jury's still out on Bentley, because I never got that far. But we'll see. Excuse me. Get up here.
What? Marco sent you here. I've got a restraining order against him.
Damn, he needs to be locked in jail then. My love is trapped in the tower. Please rescue her. She doesn't want to see me, but I don't care. Because I want to see her, and that is more important than her feelings. Because I love her so much that I don't care about her feelings. That makes sense. It sure do. But also, I get it. Like, I get it. I have been the, giver of unrequited love before. And, like, you know, maybe if she had, like, a boyfriend or something, I would be, and then someone would be like, don't you care about her happiness? Like, shouldn't the fact that she's happy make you happy? And it's like, only if it's my fault. Like, sorry, it turns out my motives are selfish. I'm a selfish kind of guy. I will break up a relationship like nobody's business if I thought I could be the one to pick up the pieces.
Hi, Spyro. Each time a fair... It means your progress...
You know, but I'm usually not, like, delusional about things like that. Like, it wouldn't be one of those things where it was like, dude, she doesn't like you, go away. It would be one of those things where it's like, she kind of likes me, but she's also a little bit trapped, so I'm gonna do what I can. You know? Bam, 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 bam. Bang, 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 bang. But, you know, obviously there's a very delicate procedure, and I don't recommend it. Overall, on principle, because, especially to other people, because they very well may be wrong about what they think that other people think of them. That people they like, I have a crush on. They may falsely think that it's being reciprocated when it is not, and then they do harmful things in pursuit of something that was never meant to be. In which case, don't do that. You know, be absolutely sure. Oh, hey, it's that same, just like, gross Rick and Morty looking ugly lizard. Just ugly animation. I don't know what it is about ugly animation nowadays that people love. They love ugly shows. Rick and Morty is disgusting visually. Like, it's... everything in there is gross. If you ever saw... the lowest of the low I ever saw was Comedy Central had an animated show called Legends of Chamberlain Heights. That shit was drawn by a 4-year-old. It was... I don't know how it made it on the air. I honestly don't.
Hey, Spyro. I found this gladiator training arena that I bet you can't...
Bob's Burgers, that's another ugly show. Like, sorry, it is. It's gross. All the characters in it are disgusting. Like, not just, like, it's not just, oh, but like, you know, they're normal people. Like, no, they're grosser than normal people. Okay, so here's the deal with skateboarding. Turn's much better. Turn is much better. Being able to steer is very helpful, obviously. And it's pretty good. This particular ramp that I just jumped off of is very disproportionate. Like, you lose a ton of speed when you go uphill. But then if you jump off the ramp, they act like you're on a supercharge. Just to get you to where you're trying to go, to cover their ass, because they're not doing momentum properly. When you turn in the air, like when you steer, it's not loose anymore. Like, it's very rigid. And once you're letting off the button, like, your board stops. You don't... you know, you don't just keep kind of sliding in one direction like in the original. Which is for sure how that was. Which is probably better. That is probably better, I would say. Makes it easier to control. You can argue that easier does not necessarily mean better. And you'd have a valid point. Also, if you jump and like you're not going off a jump, you lose your momentum instantly. Like you're at a standstill completely, essentially. Which doesn't feel very good. It does not. But that's the way it is. Okay, so there's that other one. Game's pretty kind about collisions, as long as you're, like, kind of angling away from the wall.
Hey, that was great! And while you were boarding, I found this in a lizard burrow.
Spyro! That was amazing! I found this egg in a lizard burrow.
All right. If you can
Every egg
get him.
comes from some lizard burrow. Haha, it's actually true. All the dragon eggs at one point in time, they all came from a lizard burrow. You can't argue that. Dragons are lizards, man. Where do you think they keep their eggs? Up their butt? Maybe in the beginning. But then they go in the lizard burrow. Good. We have fun here. Yeah, look how sharp this turning is. It's pretty helpful. Where you think you're going, huh? Okay, no one's up there. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. Ain't nobody gonna get it. I'ma get it. All by myself, yeah. All by myself, yo. Ain't no one gonna get it but me and myself, yo. Yeah. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. Don't be jealous. Sunburned Albino gonna get it right now. He get it all day long. That was terrible. Alright, I know there's nothing there, but I need the turnaround. Need some of that. Where you think you're going, son? And we need to get up here. Yeah, like, see, like, you just get launched off that. Oh, you gotta be joking. I'm Tony Hawk at heart. I don't gotta be doing tricks. But I am always turning tricks. At the street corner. Yeah, do it in style. I don't like the dragon. I'm gonna skip them from now on if they don't. Like, they're just gross. Alright, did we miss any gems in this area? I do not believe so. I mean, they're saying we didn't, so we're 376 of 400. But then I can't think of where those other gems would be. So, guess we're going. I have no interest in breaking the course record, I'll tell you that. I do like the skateboarding area that's in that one castle place. I like it much better than the Lizard Burrow one. Up here? Did we not do this? Oh, I must have forgotten to do that. Because I did Sheila first, okay. Oh, and also that, I suppose. Indeed. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Skill point. At least you did something. Okay. Ooh, I like that. I want to see that again. Hold on. I did it for a second. Like, it like clipped just enough to where I was flying a little bit. It doesn't matter. Let's exit the game. The level. Successful first romp through Spyro 3. That's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe and whatnot. And I will see you guys next time.